I got arrested in Japan and I was facing 1 to 3 years in prison. I just got out of 30 days detained, not being able to talk to anybody in a foreign country where I don't know the language. I lost everything. I lost $100,000 worth of brand deals. I lost my physique because I was being starved every day. And worst of all, my friends and family thought I was dead. When I got out of jail, I realized that I was a missing person in Canada. And I want to tell you why. This was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Now, when I got arrested, I was really scared, and I was stuck in this 7-foot by 11-foot room alone, completely alone. Nobody spoke English. I was imposed with a communications ban, so I couldn't contact anyone else but my lawyer, who didn't speak English. But by the grace of God, one of the only things that they had in English that I could read and entertain myself with was the New Testament. So I began reading and I got more into my faith. I've always been on and off with faith, but the Bible and spirituality in general really teaches you about energy. And I've been living this fast, playboy-esque lifestyle. I'm talking parties, I'm talking views, dopamine, all that stuff. The stuff we dream about, the stuff we see in movies, I was living that shit. But along the way, when you're living in chaos and you're attracting that shit, you make chaotic mistakes, and that's what happened when I went to Japan. The Bible also helped me realize that I hold on to like grudges and I gotta be more forgiving. So honestly, I want to be representative of these changes going forward. I'm not saying I'm going to turn into a priest. I'm still like a religion noob, but it was so integral to my self-development, and I believe it's probably one of the biggest factors of why I was released early. So what the fuck happened? Okay, so I was doing everything. I was doing collabs, I was traveling, I was going partying, and along the way, I actually stopped doing drugs. Now, everyone knows that I've used drugs in the past, but I'd stopped for quite a while because I wanted to pursue professional wrestling and take that more seriously. And obviously, you can't do that if you're a freaking drug addict, so I just was like, I don't want to do drugs. Well, one day at a party where I was sober, my friend gave me a bag, and he said, Connor, I know you're going sober right now, so why don't you hold this for me, right? So I put it in my pocket and I forgot about it, right? And I went home and I took off my pants and I threw them in the laundry bin. Well, a couple weeks later, I was in a rush to go to Japan. I didn't organize properly and I really just needed some clothes in my bag so I could go. So I just went into my laundry bin and I threw some stuff in there. The pants that had the bag happened to be in there. And when the Japanese found that bag, they went fucking apeshit. I was detained upon arrival and I was interrogated for 12 straight hours without a lawyer, because guess what? They can do that in Japan. And I was held for 3 days without being charged with anything. And then I was held for another 10 days without being charged. And then the judge ordered me to be held another 15 days. And this whole entire time, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I told them what had happened. I told them the truth. I said, yeah, I've used drugs. If you go on my phone, you'll probably see some fucking lit videos, some videos of me fucking, some videos of me getting fucking lit. But I haven't used drugs in a long time and I didn't mean to import them. And so they drug tested me and all the evidence came out that I was innocent. But that doesn't always happen with foreigners in a drug case like this, so I consider myself lucky. I would never intentionally bring drugs to Japan, and truthfully speaking, if I wanted to buy drugs in another country, you can find them pretty easily, so there's no point. But I really just had this like bad feeling, like I just felt, shame. And I think it's because I felt like I abandoned you guys, and had I gone away for fucking 3 years, my career would have been toast. So now that I'm out, I'm gonna focus on you guys. You guys first, because what a fucking blessed opportunity I have. But I gotta tell you, I have a lot of fucking stories, so if you want some crazy stories, comment down below and I'll tell you what I got to say, because Japanese prison is insane.